probably one of the most defining moments in Renegade football history. So let's start with Mr. Stan Greene. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Kenny.
Well, it's fantastic to see you. You know, you've helped me have an opportunity to work in the broadcast realm in the Curran High School district. I appreciate you extending that opportunity to me. But more than anything, it's beautiful to have this moment to talk to you because, like I said, as a kid, there's only so much that we know about your legacy until I sat in this seat and I started having to research the history. So let's talk about your experience as a Renegade football player.
Sure. You know, for myself and all the guys, I think we all consider ourselves very fortunate to have come to a program that was in such a good position with such good coaches and good players and good support staff. And you know, we were lucky in the amount of talent that we had on that field. And that's why our experience was so good.
Yes, I mean, definitely the level of talent was unmatched. You know, we grew up watching the classic Taft and BC rivalries. My freshman year at Bakersfield College was the first year that Taft wasn't in existence, so we got half of their roster that came over and played with us. But let's fast forward to Linzy and talk about your experience coming from St. Louis. You know, my son just got off the plane in St. Louis and headed to Fort Leonard. We just talked about that during the break. But talk about your transition from St. Louis, Missouri, to come to Bakersfield College 30 years ago.
Yeah, funny that you brought that up. And me and a friend of mine on the way over here was talking about that. You know, I came here from St. Louis, Missouri, and, you know, I came at nighttime. I remember Coach Bowers was picking me up from the bus stop, and I had my two trunks with me. And I looked, he took me to the dorms, and I looked out over the cliff, and I see number lights.
Yeah.
And I thought I was in L.A., right? And the next day I got up, it was number oil fields and tumbleweeds, right? So I was like, man, where am I at, right?
Yeah.
But we was just having that conversation, but it was a really good program, you know. Bowser and the coaching staff had a really good coaching staff. And I remember the first day we were trying out, we had about 20 receivers, you know, and we caught one ball a day. But you better make sure you caught that ball, right? But, you know, from that point on, you know, things start to get better. And after that first year, Bowser did say if everybody was to return, we can have something really, really special.
Absolutely.
And I remember that.
Well, I'm glad you reflected on that because we joke about that. Now we play in an era where my college coach in Arkansas called it basketball on grass, where it's 4 wide. You know, everybody spread out. But back when we played, you know, it's 30 times a game minimum. We're running the football out of that old far and near formation. You know, pro set, two double tight. You know, so just reflecting on your relationship as quarterback and receiver, I can just have that same memory of us having outstanding talent on the edge, but hardly ever throwing the ball. So let's see if I can do a bit of digging and see if I can get your favorite pass play to call. Stan Greene.
Well, I want to go back to his first. I got it. I got that dialed in. But I want to go back to his first day here because he came in at night, which was a strategy in this area. Bring guys in at night. And I remember the next day at the very first practice, he came up to me. We met each other. And he said, "Stan, where's the beach?" I said, "They use that line on you?" I said, "Man, you got a 2-hour drive, dude." So, yeah, I mean, that was a strategy around here. They tell everybody, hey, you know, it's near the beach, and then they drive down, pick them up at LAX at night, and drive them back. Where's the beach? Oh, it's just right over there.
It's around the corner.
So, yeah, you know, Linzy and I and Bobby and Lionel, we had a great relationship and great chemistry. Yeah, Sykes and a great chemistry on the advancement in the game. So we were kind of right on the edge of when people started doing things at the line of scrimmage, I think. It was right around that time period.
I agree.
And he and I developed a fantastic relationship, just being able to look out there and look at him and know what he's going to do. And we ran a lot of 3-step passes, and we started developing some signals of, you know, here's what I'm running, just by looking out, and he'd give me some kind of a little sample signal. And, you know, we had a hitch signal, a slant signal, and one day I looked out at him, and he gave me some signal I'd never seen. And so I'm under the center, and I'm looking, and I'm like, man, I don't know what that is.
Oh, my goodness.
So right before I had the ball snapped, I was like, oh, okay. And so he was giving me he'd go slant, and then he'd give me a C. C, and I'm like, and right as the ball snapped, I'm like, oh, he means slant corner. Oh, here's a fake. Go.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we were really lucky to be trusted like that. especially the second year, I think, Bowser really opened it up, and Dameron and Pollard, to let us do things that were going to allow us to be successful, which was a great change for BC. Because, like back in the day, it was run, punt, and that's what we did. But they allowed us to start doing that, and we grew throughout the year, and it just got to be a great relationship. And it got late in the year, it got to a point where I just look, and he'd kind of look at the DB, and he'd look at me like, "Yeah, I know, I got you."
That's
and,
beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
That was great.
Well, talking relationship, we were down in the lobby. You guys come in. Stan comes in. Linzy's first one here, and you come in, and it was a hug of all hugs.
Yeah.
And I got goosebumps immediately. I'm not your teammate, but it's just something about seeing teammates reunited that ignites a fire. And we got Johnny Rose over here. I wish we could pan the camera over here. He's trying to hide. He's in the studio too.
Put this all together.
Me and Rosie had an opportunity to coach a couple of years together, and he's also done a great job helping my brothers and sisters that I got custody of transition through the high school realm as East High Blaze. So he has a special place in my heart. And we're DB gang, DB coaches. DB gang's what I call it. We stick together.
We know that.
But going back to the moment of watching y'all hug in the lobby, I got so much goosebumps. I almost start tearing up because all I can do is reflect on my experience as a player and what it meant to wear this red shirt and be part of something bigger than myself. And you never knew how valuable that was going to play into our realm as adults 30 years later, gentlemen. So like I said, I'm not your teammate, but we're family.
Right.
And just watching our legacy over the years, year in and year out, and what this game and what Bakersfield College has done for men in this community and bringing different cultures of people together as a family is an emotion that's unmatched.
Yeah, I've been choked up a couple times this week talking about the game with reporters, and my dad sent me a DVD copy of the game with George Pavletich's voice over the top. Man. And just watching it, and you think back of the people that are still in your life and the people that aren't. My mom's passed away, and George Pavletich has passed away, and someone asked me last week. They said, "Why do people care about football? What is it with football?" It was someone at the district office, and I said, "Well, very few people in life are willing to sacrifice and work as hard as you have to work to just be a part of football in any capacity." And that's what forms that brotherhood.
Yes, it does.
That's what makes us all family, is that I know that you went through what we've all went through, that Johnny went through, and Lindsay, and everybody that's played the game was willing to push themselves beyond.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a different breed. And I'm glad you alluded to that before we get to Lindsay on that subject, because there's a lot of people that stereotype football players. They think we have it easy. They think our role in the community is just for play. They don't understand the camaraderie and the brotherhood that's built to make people better versions of themselves. That's basically what football did for me.
Yes.
And I can wholeheartedly say I would not be this person sitting in this chair without the game of football. It taught me direction. It taught me how to accept direction and to realize that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. And I still have to learn, and that's one of the things that made me a great player. And I can say that wholeheartedly because after I left from wearing the red shirt as a Renegade, I felt like I was one of the best players on the country. And I was right, because I went to the next college that I played at, and it felt like I was coaching up my coaches because of the tutelage that I got from Bakersfield College. So let's go back to Lindsay and just reflecting on the opportunity to return to a place that puts so much of a desire to be great for you.
I want to piggyback on kind of what Stan said a little bit. And football to me was like my fraternity. I work out hard with these guys. I shower with these guys. I do other things with these guys outside of the rooms of football. And to play with them and to be with them and develop this friendship and everything that we had, it's a lifelong lasting friendship.
Definitely.
And then I want to play it forward to where everything I learned in football I still use today.
Yes.
I'm in sales right now. I'm in pharmaceutical sales, and I've won back-to-back President's Club Rep of the Year. And I still do some of the same things I did when I played football. I get up, I go to the gym every morning. I work out, right? But that stuff carries on. And
Yes.
people wonder, like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I ain't doing no more than what I've always done.
Absolutely.
You know, through the course of my whole life. So football has prepared me to be, you know, cordial to people, coachable when you have a manager.
Absolutely.
How to treat people with respect and how to win. I mean, this game has done so much for me, and that's why I have my kids in sports, you know, right now.
Absolutely.
It's just because it's going to teach them so much more. And, you know, playing with Stan and everybody with this team has just been nothing but special. I talk about this team more than I talk about even my Division I school I went to.
Yes.
I went to some other places. I mean, you had a chance, I had a little taste of the pros, but I'll talk about this right here more than anything.
I think we have that in common. You know, I
Yes.
think we all have that in common. It's just like I alluded to, going to play for the school that I ended up playing for after leaving San Jose State and going to Arkansas and playing at OBU. Yes. You know, it's just nothing to take away from that experience, but it was just hard to match what we had here as a program. So we're going to get into a break, but after the break, we're going to talk about this weekend and some of the other teammates that you're excited to see. All right, so we'll come right back. We'll take a little small commercial break, and we'll be right back with more national champion Renegade.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
For nearly 80 years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been helping generations of local people achieve local dreams. What started as a tiny office in the basement of Bakersfield High School, where receipts were kept in a shoebox, has grown to become the largest financial institution headquartered in Kern County. And local matters. Through the years, we've been witness to families and friends passing their Current Schools tradition down from one generation to the next. And we always have room for more. So be sure to start your Current Schools family tradition today. Current Schools, together we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gades!
Three-Way Chevrolet. Amazing savings, exceptional service, and a selection of over 700 new Chevys on the lot. Silverados, Tahoes, Malibus, and Cruises. Or the racetrack-proven performance of Corvette and Camaro. Chevy vehicles continue to earn top marks year after year. And after one visit to Three-Way Chevrolet, you'll see why.
We're here to help Three-Way Chevrolet.
Selection, savings, and service at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484.